Hi, happy February 17th. Y'all know me. You know my name. This is my 26th anniversary of staying completely abstinent from all drugs, including alcohol. And I'm very happy about it. I'm giving myself big credits and kudos for accomplishing this. Now, that may not seem like much to some, and I don't expect it to. It's a big deal for me because the addiction that I had with drugs was all pervasive and very painful. It was depressing. It was life-limiting for me. And when I finally made the decision to get myself off of them, by the way, I wanted to quit like 10 years before I did, because it stopped giving me what I wanted. See, I was chasing the first high over and over and over again, and really never was able to get it very often. It got so bad that I was overdosing a lot. I stayed drunk for years at a time while using other drugs as my main source of intoxication. I got arrested several times. I was involved in felonious enterprise for fun and profit and great anxiety and expense of my own well-being. I contracted several diseases, one of them being hepatitis C, which I later overcame through the wonders of modern medicine. I also destroyed my whole career in education and business. And I take responsibility for this because I did everything to cause this to happen. Nobody really caused it to happen. Yes, I had bad times in my childhood that I was actually offered solutions to changing before I became deeply involved with drugs, but rejected, so I could have social acceptability. Today, I rejoice. I have done all the work to overcome my addiction. To me, I am very sure, very certain that addiction is not a disease. I know it as a behavioral problem centered in beliefs, thinking, and unresolved emotional issues. It is not a disease of mind, body, and spirit like so many want it to be. I know there's comfort in being afraid of the scary monster in the closet. However, there is no scary monster in the closet, and it's not doing push-ups waiting for you to screw up. Now, here's the great part. I'm empowered. I'm free of addiction. I don't have it anymore. Yes, I could choose to go back to it and reinitiate the patterns that make up the addictive cycle. However, I choose regularly not to go there. I have no desire to use drugs to alter my consciousness. In fact, I don't want to. I can alter my consciousness with 100 other things that are healthy for me. Drugs are not healthy for me. Alcohol is probably the most toxic of all those drugs. It's very unhealthy. I don't like it. I don't want to use it. I don't miss it. I was an IV drug user also. I don't miss that. I don't miss the lifestyle. I don't miss the social circles I engaged with in that lifestyle. I'm real happy to be who I am and where I'm going today. And I have a purpose. I create wealth and power and pleasure. Anyway, I know that addiction for me is something I have complete freedom from. And I don't owe that to a 12-step program, even though I went to one for many years and was a loyal, dedicated service member of that body. I'm not going to say anything too bad about it. I will tell you this. Eventually, it came to me that that program was not serving me well. It was a great place for me to hang out while I figured out what I was going to do with myself. However, when I began to do self-development programs, and when I began to kick in the various means of changing myself, which give true belief change and true freedom from the addictive cycle, I began to see the limitations of the 12-step program. You see, for me, I'm not powerless, and neither do I believe anyone else is. I know that none of us are powerless. If you need to be powerless to feel good about yourself, have at it. However, I know I'm not powerless over an imaginary disease. I also know that I wasn't insane. I guess you could take Einstein's quote and bend it all up and, apply it to that. Yes, I was doing the same things over and over again, hoping for different results or expecting different results. And I got worse results. That was what I got. So in that sense, yes, but there was nothing there to restore me to sanity, except me. And in the end, it was a power great within me that overcame my addiction and gave me complete freedom from it. And I'm not talking about the daily reprieve that the 12-steppers talk about. I'm talking about complete freedom for so long as I decide to maintain it. Finally, here's the rest of that whole 12-step mess. There's no God. I'm an atheist. I don't buy into that nonsense. And it's very self-deprecating. It's bad for you, I think. It was a quandary for me for many years, and I finally realized that I had to quit trying to stop to make that work for me. I had to start doing what was right for me. I had to start doing what was beneficial and healthy for me. And that didn't involve the religion of steppism. That involved me having the religion of Mike. That's right. My own faith in myself and my own progress. And that's how I overcame my addiction finally. Because I was stuck in the belief that I was always going to have this disease. Then I came to find out there's no scientific proof that it is a disease. In fact, it's not. It's a behavioral problem. It's a set of beliefs and behaviors and thinking that cause the degradation of a system. Very similar in symptomatology to a true disease, but there's no actual pathology in the tissues, except that's what's been developed from the actual chemical abuse itself, and not the other way around. Anyway, enough of that foolish debate. For me, addiction's not a disease. I've overcome it, and I beat it. And you can too. Anybody who really wants to can. 40 million people have overcome smoking and cigarettes and tobacco addiction because they made a decision to go ahead and do the footwork to do it. And there's many ways to accomplish this. And what I came to in the end for me in the beginning of my new life was I wanted to live more than I wanted to destroy myself. And after it was over, I was still destroying myself through other addictive behavior and thinking and beliefs, which came from my childhood, which I have now overcome, which don't limit me hardly at all. So I'm making daily strides. My life's getting better. I'm creating my happiness as I want it to be. I'm loving myself and thereby able to love others. I have lots of friends that I love that love me. I've known some wonderful women and had great relationships in my life and found out that they don't have to be permanent to be terrific life experiences. I found out that monogamy may or may not be, in the end, my way of life. I'm safe at monogamy, I'm good at monogamy, and most of the time I don't have it, and that's okay. I've got me, and that's wonderful. And I have women around me that are terrific. Anyway, that's enough of all of that. And I want to thank you for dropping by and seeing what I have to say. And rejoice in my own health and well-being. And I hope that you will do that for yourself and realize that you can create your own happiness anytime you wish. So here's a big smile for you, for me, that comes from the smile I give to myself and the love that I have for me.